Welcome back to our channel, The English Corner. Today, we are not just talking about success, motivation, or dreams. Today, we are talking about something deeper, something your soul needs to hear. Maybe lately, life has been heavy. Maybe your heart feels tired. Maybe you smile in front of people, but deep inside, you're fighting silent battles no one knows about. And sometimes you wonder, why is life so hard? Why do I feel left behind? Why is everyone moving ahead while I'm still struggling? But listen carefully. Just because your chapter looks difficult right now does not mean your story has a sad ending. God is still writing your story. And sometimes the most beautiful chapters are written after the darkest nights. So today, stay with me till the end, because these lessons may not only change your mindset, they may heal your heart. Lesson 1. You are not forgotten. There are moments in life when it feels like the world has moved on without you. People stop checking on you. Friends become strangers. Your efforts go unnoticed. Your prayers seem unanswered. And slowly, a dangerous thought enters your mind. Maybe I don't matter. But let me remind you of something powerful. A flower does not bloom all year. The moon is not full every night. And even the sun disappears before it rises again. Just because you're in a quiet season does not mean you are forgotten. God sometimes hides his strongest soldiers in silence before revealing their purpose. Think about an arrow. Before it moves forward, it is pulled backward. That backward season is painful. It feels unfair. But the purpose is not to destroy the arrow. The purpose is to launch it farther. Maybe right now life is pulling you back. Maybe things are not happening the way you hoped. But don't lose faith. God is not rejecting you. He is positioning you. One day the same people who ignored your struggle will witness your strength. So if nobody told you today, hear this clearly. You matter. Your existence has meaning, and your story is still unfolding. Lesson 2. Not every loss is a punishment. Sometimes we cry over things God removed from our life. A relationship ended. A friendship changed. A dream collapsed. An opportunity disappeared. And we sit there asking, why would God take this away from me? But what if losing that thing was actually saving you? Imagine holding onto a rope that is slowly cutting your hands. You refuse to let go because you think it's your only hope. But God sees the damage it's causing. So sometimes He removes people, places, and situations not to hurt you, but to heal you. The hardest truth to accept is this: not everything you love is good for your future. Some people are distractions dressed as blessings. Some opportunities look shiny but lead to emptiness. Some paths feel easy but take you away from your purpose. And yes, losing them hurts. But healing often begins with separation. One day you will thank God for the things you cried about losing. You will realize that what left your life also took confusion, pain, and destruction with it. So stop begging for closed doors to reopen. If God removed it, trust that He saw something you couldn't. Lesson 3. Your pain is changing you into someone stronger. Pain changes people, but not always in bad ways. Some people become bitter after suffering, but others become wiser, kinder, stronger, and closer to God. The same fire that melts wax also strengthens steel. So the question is not, why am I suffering? The real question is, what is this pain teaching me? Maybe your pain is teaching you patience. Maybe it is teaching you self-respect. Maybe it is teaching you to stop chasing people who don't value you. Maybe it is teaching you to rely on God instead of depending on human approval. Pain has a strange way of opening our eyes. The people who survive storms often become shelters for others. And maybe that is your purpose. Maybe one day your story will heal someone else. The tears you cry today may become the words that save another person tomorrow. So don't hate your pain. Grow through it. Because diamonds are not created in comfort. They are created under pressure. Lesson 4. Comparison is stealing your peace. This generation is exhausted, not because everyone is failing, but because everyone is comparing. You open social media and suddenly it feels like everyone is happier than you, more successful than you, more beautiful than you, more loved than you. And without realizing it, you start disrespecting your own journey. But listen carefully. People only post their highlights. Very few people post their loneliness, their anxiety, their sleepless nights, their hidden tears. You are comparing your behind the scenes with someone else's best moments, and that comparison is poisoning your peace. A rose and a sunflower are both beautiful, but they bloom differently. The moon and the sun both shine, but they do it at different times. Your journey is different because your purpose is different. Stop rushing your life because of someone else's timeline. Some people bloom at 20, others bloom at 40. Some people find love early, others find peace first. Some people become successful quickly, others build strength slowly. But none of that means you are late. You are growing in your own season, and what is truly meant for you will arrive exactly when your soul is ready for it. Lesson 5. God is working in silence. One of the hardest seasons in life is when you pray, and nothing seems to change. No miracle, no sign, no answer, just silence. And silence can make you feel abandoned, but silence does not mean absence. A teacher stays silent during a test, not because they left the classroom, but because they are watching you grow. God works deeply in silent seasons. Roots grow underground where nobody can see them, and before every major breakthrough, there is usually a season where everything feels invisible. You may feel stuck right now, but maybe beneath the surface, God is building emotional strength inside you. Maybe He is preparing your heart. Maybe He's protecting you from something you cannot see yet. Sometimes delays are divine protection. If certain prayers were answered too early, they could destroy you instead of bless you. So don't confuse silence with rejection. God may be quiet, but He is never absent. Lesson 6. You do not need to have everything figured out. Many people are scared because they don't know what their future looks like. What if I fail? What if I choose the wrong path? What if life never gets better? But listen, nobody has everything figured out. Even the strongest people you admire once felt confused. Life is not about knowing every step before you begin. It is about taking one step with faith. When you walk through fog, you cannot see the entire road. You only see a few steps ahead. But those few steps are enough to keep moving. That is how faith works. You don't need all the answers right now. You just need courage for today. Maybe your future is unclear because God wants you to trust Him more deeply. And remember this: a small step forward is still progress. Even surviving difficult days is strength. Even getting up after heartbreak is bravery. Even trying again after failure is victory. Be proud of yourself for continuing. Lesson 7. One day, everything will make sense. Right now, some parts of your life may feel broken. Maybe you are carrying disappointment nobody understands. Maybe your heart is tired from pretending to be okay. Maybe you feel lost. But one day, you will look back and realize the delays had a reason. The heartbreak changed you. The loneliness taught you strength. The failures redirected your path. The waiting built your character. One day, the pain that made you cry will also make you wiser. And the chapter you wanted to skip will become the chapter that transformed your life. So don't give up now. A beautiful story often has difficult pages. And maybe this difficult season is not the end of your story. Maybe it is only the beginning of your transformation. Before we end this video, I want you to remember something. You are stronger than you think, closer than you realize, and more loved than you feel. God sees every silent tear, every hidden battle, every moment you almost gave up but kept going anyway. And trust me, that strength inside you, that is not weakness, that is proof that God is still carrying you. So keep believing, keep healing, keep moving forward, even if the steps are small, because your life still has purpose, your heart still has light, and your best chapter has not been written yet.